With September now upon us, families across this country are in transition mode as kids head back to school. The official first day back is different depending on where you live, but people everywhere are feeling similar anxiety over how school will work in the time of COVID-19. In some regions, it's been a rocky start. In Alberta, where many students went back to class today, one school was forced to remain closed after a staff member tested positive. Public health officials have warned there's no way to reduce the risk to zero, but some parents and teachers say more could be done to limit the spread of the virus. In tonight's top story, Jeff Semple looks at the lingering concerns as class returns.
Students in Calgary return to the classrooms with their required masks and cohorts, becoming the latest to join the national experiment on safe schooling in a pandemic.
It's nice to maybe get a sense of normalcy going forward, but we'll have to see, right?
Adding to their anxiety,
where physical distancing of 2 meters cannot be maintained. Students will be required to wear masks in all shared and common areas, including hallways and on school buses.
I think from a messaging standpoint, I am confused because obviously physical distancing, spreading people out is one of the biggest tools that we have against COVID-19.
And yet for many teachers across the country, physical distancing feels like a distant dream.
But to have classrooms of 30, 35 students in classrooms that can't physically have desks far enough apart to even maintain a 1 meter distance is concerning, to put it mildly.
Ontario's 4 major teachers' unions are filing formal complaints with the province's Labour Board, citing unsafe working conditions and demanding smaller classes.
But the number one thing that provinces should be insisting upon is social distancing and smaller class sizes as a result, and hiring more teachers.
Wonderful. Up you go. Have a great day of learning.
Excellent. Ontario's premier, who toured a school ahead of students returning next week, insists the unions are playing politics and his plan is based on science.
I'm going to always listen to the docs and science.
Infectious disease experts interviewed by Global News are divided on the issue of smaller classes. Some believe the situation is manageable.
We have very low community burden of disease, so this reduces the risk for everybody in all circumstances. And I think that right now the chance of getting COVID at school is quite low.
In New Brunswick, with only a few cases of COVID-19, the government is disregarding distancing and relying instead on student bubbles.
Within their classroom groupings, students will be able to interact with other students and educators without physical distancing.
Whatever the model, school is now in session, and the debate around distancing is no longer theoretical. Jeff Semple, Global News, Toronto.